It is also the continuity of investigations and accountability of the father, the person being investigated, his wife, and his eldest daughter.
When the judge admonishes the witness to speak the truth under loss of false testimony, this was never considered coercion. Restitution of seized assets and values belonging to the employee, extension of benefits to the employee's father, wife, and eldest daughter in what is compatible.
This new one is the investigation phase. This is where several documents were added to the files, where cell phone messages, computer messages, the new reports were added. Yes, if you noticed, there are a number of omissions and a number of contradictions. I would say here, with all due respect, a series of lies is in the award-winning collaboration. This meant that, and within the procedural loyalty that is incumbent on all of us, magistrates, members of the public ministry, and lawyers, that's what it did on Tuesday. If the federal police forwarded a report, it said, open quotation marks, the comparison of the evidentiary elements identified reveals that the employee omitted information relevant to the clarification of the facts investigated in an attempt to minimize the severity of the facts. I asked the eminent Attorney General of the Republic on Tuesday itself for an opinion on that is the issue. The Attorney General of the Republic analyzing this issue, analyzing up to that moment, he opens quotation marks, non-compliance with the agreed terms makes the most serious measure necessary. Given the existence of concrete evidence of Mauro Cid's actions as an organizer of acts aimed at abolishing the democratic rule of law, the Attorney General of the Republic concludes, requests and expresses forgiveness for the decree of the collaborators' preventive detention. Why I made this short is a summary. This is because this hearing was called as another attempt to allow the employee to provide the true information. As for the request of the federal police, there is already a favorable opinion from the Attorney General's office for the immediate decree of the arrest. Returning to prison is a collaborator, so here is important. And that's exactly why it's in order, is to enable greater reflection of the employee with his lawyers, right? To clarify omissions, contradictions, is in your collaboration under penalty, not only of the decree, is of arrest, is, as also of the cessation, is of and consequent termination of the collaboration, and eventual termination will encompass. It is also the continuity of investigations and accountability of the father, the person being investigated, his wife, and his eldest daughter. I would like to know if the employee is fully aware of the consequences of maintenance. It is these omissions and contradictions.
When the judge admonishes the witness to speak the truth under loss of false testimony, this was never considered coercion, since he has to speak the truth even. If it is not false testimony, the law is the law, and it was exactly is. The collaborator was warned by this reporting minister about the existence of a request for arrest, and that if the omissions and contradictions were not remedied in accordance with current legislation, it could lead not only to arrest, but also to the termination of the award-winning collaboration contract, with effects not only for the employee, but also in relation to whom the employee signed. The federal police employees signed the agreement to extend the benefits, and I quote in the vote, it is part 4 of the benefits requested by the employee. Judicial pardon or deprivation of liberty not exceeding 2 years. Restitution of seized assets and values belonging to the employee. Extension of benefits to the employee's father, wife, and eldest daughter in what is compatible. Look at the time when it is warned that the collaboration agreement may be terminated. Would the agreement be terminated? Overall, even in the written terms, Part 4 of Item 3 was read. The father, wife, and eldest daughter of this collaborator affirmed their voluntary participation and the legitimacy of the award-winning collaboration in the presence of their lawyers. Open quotation marks. I appreciate the opportunity given by the Lord to be able to clarify, to be able to really count as a collaborator and continue collaborating with what I can. The employee also rectified the omissions